Hi, it's Michael Citron with the Parkland Parrot Real Estate team at RE/MAX Park. Coming to you again from another Facebook Live. This is our 5th installment of hashtag Ask Michael Monday. So we had a great week. We actually had Friday was Veterans Day, so I want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day. Wanted to start off by, again, we're going to start off with a quote of the week, and it's former wide receiver Jerry Rice, standout receiver. Played 20 seasons in the NFL, so we'll talk about a couple quotes that he has said and how we use them in everyday life. And then we'll go into the week in review. We had a very busy week, even on Friday, with real estate as we get closer to the end of the month. And then we're going to talk about the question of the week that we've been getting as we get towards the end of the year and into 2018. So first of all, I want to start off with our quote. And it's from Jerry Rice. Now, Jerry Rice, if you don't know sports, you're not a sports person, he was a wide receiver. He played mostly for the San Francisco 49ers. He was the all-time leader in receptions and TD catches. He had 3 Super Bowl victories, and he was a 13-time Pro Bowler. And again, he played 20 seasons in the NFL. So an amazing athlete, and I grew up watching him. He was actually more into the end of his prime when I was younger. I'm still pretty young, so definitely love watching Jerry Rice. But I didn't just love watching him on the field. I always liked watching SportsCenter or seeing the inside the NFL shows that they would dive a little deeper into how he prepared for playing football and being on the field with his team. So the off-season workouts and things of that nature really surprised me to see what he did to put in, to be able to play 20 years at a peak professional level. And he barely was hurt. He was another athlete that really didn't get hurt during his career. And he equates that to his regimen of diet and exercise and just always being prepared. So I really dug a little deeper. I've read a lot of his quotes and his books. So he's really an inspiring person, not just as an athlete, but as somebody as a leader. So the quote that Jerry gets the most acclaim on is, "Today I will do what others won't. So tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't." So I'll repeat it again. "Today I will do what others won't. So tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't." So it's a great quote. It's very simple. It's to the point. And I say this to our team, and I lived by this when I first got into real estate, many years ago. I always said, what can I do that other people won't do? What will agents not do that I can do to be able to really hone my skills, to be able to then exceed and excel at this craft of real estate? Because it's an everyday practice. And I look back, I've been here at RE/MAX for over 10 years. I've been in the business for almost 14 years. And things I don't realize it. I've been here for over 10 years. I'm one of the first agents that gets to this office, and I'm one of the last that leave. And I do it such on a routine basis. I don't even think about it. It just comes natural to me. So when you're thinking about how you can excel in your life, in your profession, in your personal life, what can you do extra? What are the little details that others won't do that you should do? I mean, look, when you have a job, your job, and it's a 9 to 5, and you have a boss. You want to make that boss look at you and be like, wow, this person's doing so well. He's exceeding my expectations of him or her. That's the extra things I think that others won't do. Most punch in and they punch out. They get there before 9 and they leave at 5 on the dot. And they just do the minimal amount. So years ago when I got into real estate, I knew right away that I needed to do something different. I needed to put the time and effort in. And sometimes the easiest part you would think of just showing up is the hardest. Because I'm here, it's 14 years later, and I'm still one of the only agents that get here until right around 9 o'clock, right around 10, maybe even 11 with real estate time is a little later than regular time. You start seeing people come in, and you start seeing them start their day. While my day has already been started. I mean, I get up at 4:45 every morning to go to get myself ready. I read books. I get myself motivated for the day. I put my to-do list together. You get emails from me at 5 in the morning. It's me. I'm started. My day is alive. I'm breathing and I'm going after it. I work out for an hour. I come back home. I have my personal life to attend to. And then I'm here at the office. I would say the latest I'm here is by maybe 8:30. So these are little things that I take into it. When I see a quote by Jerry Rice that it just shows a great leader, an inspiring person that excelled on the playing field and off the playing field. These are things that you can use. And he also went on to write, I think just what my parents instilled in me was hard work and being able to always go out there and focus and be 100%. I took that work ethic into the NFL, and every day I always gave 100% and never wanted anything to be handed to me. I wanted to earn it. And every time I stepped on that football field during practice, I wanted to leave the football field with learning something about what the practice was about for me that day. Another inspiring idea that I just remember as a kid, my parents, they were hardworking people, made me, always said, Michael, just do your best. Put 100% effort. Go the extra mile. And I guess I remember it. I didn't appreciate it as much, Mom, when you told me that for my whole life, but I do now. And I think that if you put the extra time into it, sometimes just showing up, again, is half the battle. So just whatever little thing you're thinking about, if it's business, if it's something that you're just on the cusp of getting to that next level, just dig a little deeper. Put a little extra time into it. I promise you, you will accomplish your goals and you will become the elite person you want to be. So great quote, great inspiration, that I see from a lot of, I like sports a lot, so I use a lot of sports quotes. It gets me going. So that's something you can read. You can Google Jerry Rice. A million things will come up. He's got some great books that you can also read. Second thing we're going to discuss is our past week in review. Again, had an exciting week in real estate. Our squawk report went out in the mail, so you got it. We did a video on it on Facebook as well, but it's a great book. I think it gets better every time. I think we put some valuable information as we get closer to the holidays and moving into the new year that you really should take a look at the numbers. We put out the quarterly numbers every quarter, so we have one more quarter, and that squawk report will get in the mail in the beginning of 2018, and we'll really be able to give a real year in review for you with the overall real estate market. So if you haven't received it yet, it should be coming any day now, and definitely take a look at it, because it has a lot of valuable information and advice. And thinking about selling your house, you can always give us a call, and we'll be happy to look at your property individually. We had a lot of inspections this week, so really important when you're selling your house, get your house ready. The agent can always refer to some of the expert inspectors that we have and get a roofer out to your house, an AC company. Make sure the most important components of your home are in the best condition when you're ready to sell your house. So we always recommend to our clients to get everything tidied up, and because the inspector for the buyer is going to be a lot more critical than anybody else. So you really want to make the house inspection go as flawlessly as possible, so you don't have any leaks, you don't have any AC issues or mold, termites, any issues with the house that definitely will come up with a critical inspector from the buyer. So we did have a lot of inspections. We got through most of them, so we're really happy. One of the things we get appraisers that call to come out and appraise our properties. Now, I've done many videos, talk about that we meet every appraiser at every one of our listings. One of our team members does. So I got a call really late last week to get an appraiser out on Thursday, actually. And I said, look, can we do it on a Friday or on the weekend? And the appraiser's like, I'm going out of town for the holidays. I need to get in the next 2 hours. I really need to push you. I can't do it for another week. So of course, I scrambled, I got the comps, I got our upgrade list, I got everything I needed to make the appraisal presentation as important as possible. And our agent met the appraiser, had a great conversation, gave us the verbal okay that we're going to be okay with the appraisal. But it was a unique property because we were selling a home that really was valuable at the price that we were selling it, but there weren't a lot of comparable sales in the neighborhood that justified that sales price. So we had to go a little outside the box, and we were still able to show value. And the appraiser actually called me back afterwards and was very insightful of what he had to say, that a lot of the comparables that we gave and the upgrade list and all the details of the conversation on some of the houses that had sold were very helpful for him to do the appraisal. So great. It's a team effort in selling a house, I say. Buyers, sellers, agents, but certainly the inspectors and appraisers. There's so many components to a home sale. It's just not throwing your house up on the market and bam, it sells. That's it. There's a lot of details that go through a process, and there's so many things that can go wrong. So great appraisal, very successful for our client. I'm very happy. Veterans Day was on Friday. Didn't really notice it because we identified Veterans Day on Friday. Our RE/MAX office was closed. Many offices were closed. I think the courts were closed, but we weren't. We were here working. I had a full day. Didn't even think about it. We did take off and and identify Veterans Day on Saturday, which is truly Veterans Day. But again, going back to Jerry Rice's quote, we were here. I was here at 8 o'clock in the morning or earlier, working on our business, working for our clients, and being accessible. Nobody even thought about us not being available on that Friday, because you look at the real estate market when you're off, such as a Veterans Day holiday. That might be a time for you to look at properties or meet with an agent. Or I had a company showings for buyers looking for properties, and buyers looking today are serious buyers. So we were available. We were, our whole team was working, and that's what working with a really dedicated full-time professional is like. And didn't even think about taking off that day. It was just not in our books to do that. And I appreciate our team and our staff were coming in on Friday and really putting in a full effort when many offices were closed, and many agents probably took the day off and weekend off. We didn't, so we were here. We did list the property. We took photos and video on Friday. Stephanie, actually, myself, we listed a property in Heron Bay's Meadowbrook community, a Gardenia model, 4-bedroom plus a den, 3-bath, pool home on a cul-de-sac lot, big lot. Had a lot of nice features and amenities. Got the house ready, and it's on the market for $599,900, so just under $600. Beautiful house, 2,800 plus square feet under living. So it's on our Facebook page. You can certainly take a look at it. If you have any questions, agents, buyers, we'd love to be able to get you in that house as soon as possible. It's just listed on the multiple listing service today. So these are some of the things that happened in the weekend review. A lot of things going on. We're finishing out we're in the middle of November, so we still have some time left. The question of the week, and this is something that I think we should really focus on. And I think everybody in the real estate business gets this question, and we've been getting it over and over again. And I think I get it every time I go on a presentation, or I see somebody at the gym, or at a party, or at the soccer fields, or wherever it is. Why should we use a top agent as opposed to possibly a friend or family member, somebody with less experience? Does it really make a difference? That's what I hear all the time. Does it really make a difference, Michael? You guys have access to the same information as my friend who just got in the business, or a part-time agent that just got their license or doesn't do this full-time. We all have access to this information. My assistant Brooke, she could pretty much tell you exactly what's selling and what the comparables are just by going online and going on and using my login to get in. It's not about that right now. It's very important that you look at this real estate business where your house is your #1 financial asset. I always say you put your family first, your health right after that, and then your financials. And if you look at real estate, you owned it for however many years, 3, 5, 10, 20. The lady just called me and said she's lived in her house for 30 plus years and she's looking to sell it. So her asset, her financial asset, if you take care of it, it's going to produce more than anything else that you can invest in your life. It's one of the, as I said, the top financial assets that you have. So when you list your property for sale, or you're buying, either or, it's your #1 financial. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could be spending on a property. It's important that you work with somebody that's a top-tier agent. Now, we go with the 90-10 rule, and I've done videos on this. I teach this to agents on our team. 90% of the real estate business nationally, not just locally, it's definitely happening in Parkland and the surrounding cities. 90% of our business, selling, buying, all in all, is done by the 10% of the agents. So the top 10% of agents do 90% of the business. So when you're thinking, should I list with my family member, a friend, a part-time agent, whoever, wherever you meet them, and you don't do your due diligence, and you don't interview them, and you're not pushing to find really the truly most qualified agent, you're really going to make a mistake, because those agents account for 10% of our business. So I want you to think about this. Would you go to a doctor who had 10% of the business, 10% of the surgeries, if you, God forbid, needed surgeries? Or would you go to the surgeon that does 90% of the surgeries of that special need? Think about your family. I mean, people look at things differently when it comes to health and well-being. Maybe your financial advisor, would you use some guy that's only 10% successful in making you money and in managing your portfolio? No, probably wouldn't. You would go with somebody that's got 90. What about a dentist? What about somebody you go to touch your teeth or your kids' teeth? What happens if they were just 10% of the business? 10%? Would you? I wouldn't. I'm so critical of restaurants that we go to. I look up reviews. I don't want to go to a place that God forbid, doesn't have a good tasting food. I mean, time with my family is valuable, and I want to go to the best restaurant. So these are things I do for spending under $100, under $20. So I wouldn't want you to look at real estate because it's easy to look at it. It's an easy business to get your license. I tell people there's a lot of people in our business that have licenses, but they're not full-time, dedicated real estate professionals. And look, you can list your house with anybody, you can buy with anybody, you can get your own license and save on your own commission. Great. If that's what you want to do and you think you're saving, I will show you on every single presentation that our team of agents list and sell our houses for more money than any other agents. So the percentage of the top 10 sell exponentially more, putting tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars more in your pocket, or saving you on the buyer side with knowing the market better than listing with somebody that's just going to help you pretty much open a door, throw a contract together, and they hope it sells. So when you're thinking about real estate, buying or selling, it's so important today. The person you think of, you should interview them. You should go online and virtually interview them. You should look how many reviews they have. You should ask that agent to provide clients, past, present, maybe even future, that work with that agent and get their advice for you. Because I know a lot of people that called me in 2017. I'm going on a listing appointment tonight, specifically for an agent that failed to meet the expectations of that person. And sometimes the last name's the same. Sometimes it's a family member or friend, a co-worker's friend, somebody you meet at the soccer field, somebody you know from, whatever, your school, your kid's school. It could be anybody. And I'm not saying that there's not great agents that you'll meet there. Just make sure they're great agents. Make sure you interview them like you would your doctor, your lawyer, your financial advisor, anybody in this practice of business that you do on a daily basis. Because I promise you, it's like looking at your house. Your house, say, is worth $1 million. And if you look at it just as money, and I say to you, you put that house and you equate it to money in the bank. And we all get very little interest, maybe 1% if we're lucky right now. And if I said that every month that you have that money in the bank, you're losing money. You're losing it. It's just taking interest out every month instead of giving you interest. Would you pull the plug? Would you pull your money out? Of course you would. So look at your house. Look at the agent that you're listing with. Is a chance of making you money or losing you money? So it's important that those ideas, and I'm not saying that you can't interview multiple agents. Interview as many as you want. Do your due diligence. Still interview the agents that you want to list with. There's always people that you like in the business. I'm just saying the top agents, if you look at the numbers, and this is anything in life, if you're looking at the numbers that 90% of the business is done by the 10% top agents, those are the agents you should definitely be interviewing with. And maybe those agents should be the ones that you should interview with in conjunction with interviewing your friend or family member, part-time agent. I'm not saying that, but make those expectations clear to whoever you're listening with. This is what a top agent is going to do. I expect nothing less. That's what the advice I would give you for this week. Please, if you have any questions, please, you can post them on Facebook here live. You can instant message us. Our website, parklandparrot.com. Our website designed just for home value is myparklandhomevalue.com. To learn more about what your home's worth. We're working this week. We're working next week. We're working until the end of the year. We're here. We have an amazing team. I want to thank that team for exceeding our clients' expectations. We're on pace to sell over 100 homes this year in Parkland and the surrounding areas, and I couldn't do it without our amazing team. So thanks to our clients for their referrals and their confidence in our exceeding their expectations. And I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much.